All right, hi everybody. I'm here with Seth from Mayday Games, and we're going to talk about, Lemonade Stand, which is your new release for Origins this year.
Correct.
Great. Do you just want to tell us a little bit about it, how it plays?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you a little bit about the game. The background was I always had a dream of doing a Lemonade Stand game. I played on the Apple IIe computer, the Lemonade Stand video game, and just loved it as a kid. So I wanted to capture that feeling in a game, and went to Trevor Cram, who's with the Board Game Designers Guild of Utah, and issued a challenge to them to see if they could figure out a way to make that game work in a simple way without it being too mathy. That was kind of the edict, and they were able to do that with this game. Trevor did a really good job making this game work, so that's how we got to this game. So that's kind of where it came from. And we've released it today, or yesterday I guess, here at Origins, and we've shipped out all our Kickstarters so we can get it out. And it's really simple, easy to play, 4-player, 2 to 4-player game. I actually had a lot of people say they like it as a solitaire game too, but pretty easy to play. Let me just walk you through some of the mechanics and how it works. Okay. So what happens is, just like the game on the computer, it starts off with a weather forecast. So you've got 5 possible outcomes here: sunny, hazy, 2 cloudies, and a rain in this example. And based on how this number comes out, you may have between 1 and 4 customers, and your price may be between 5 cents and 15 cents. So it all depends on what the actual result is. This is just a forecast card. So then what every player does is they start with a set of cards, the 5, 10, or 15 cent lemonade stand, and they choose, we'll say in this case we choose a 10-cent stand, put it face down, and everyone also starts with a set of dollar cards their mom gave them to start their lemonade stand, which is a rule bender card, and then they also start with 25 cents they've saved up from their paper route. It's set in the 80s, so all the prices are really low. And then with your cards, you can use all of your cards. The 5 and 10 cent cards are double-sided. You can use them either to produce inventory, so you can make 4 lemonades, cups of lemonade with a 10-cent card, and I put that down. Or I can also do a sign, like this one here. For 5 cents, I can make it either 2 glasses of lemonade or a sign. So I'll put it down as a sign. You'll notice the way that the cards are oriented. If lemonade's going into the card in front of you, then it's inventory. If it's going out, it's a sign. So people can kind of see what you're doing to some extent. They don't know what your cards are. But we'll say for my turn I do that, and everybody do that as well at the same time. And then once everyone has those down, then you reveal the next turn. And the neat mechanic here is that rather than rolling a die or deciding, okay, which of these 5 things is going to happen, each of these cards also has an indicator on it that shows where the actual was. From the forecast to the actual is based on the next card. So this card here in this case points towards sunny, which means that I will get 4 customers and 15-cent price. So then, and everybody will get that. So then I'll reveal all my cards, show what I did, and in this case I had 10 cents, it's at 15, so I'll sell it at 10. If I put it at 15 and it only sold at 10, I would have a penalty of less customers coming because I overpriced. So in this case I have 4 customers, and I have 8 glasses of lemonade, but I also have a sign: on a sunny day it will bring me 3 customers. So I have 7 as demand. I have 8 of supply, so I can only sell 7 glasses because I only have 7 customers. So the lesser supplier demand. So in this case I sell 7 of them at 10 cents, that's 70 cents. So I lose these cards that I spent, and I get 70 cents back, and I can take them in any amount I want. So I'll take 2 quarter cards and maybe 2 dime cards. So I've got 70 cents, and that's the turn. And then you play the next round. This is the new forecast. You turn over the next card. You play 7 rounds. So the way this forecast cards work is you've got 2 of each of these 5 different outcomes, so they're even. So as the game progresses, you can see what's played, and it gives you more indication of what might come up. There's also, in addition to that, there's one thunderstorm where no matter what the forecast was, you make no sales. And there's also a heat wave card, which is no matter what the forecast was, it's sunny, 4 customers, and 15 cents for everybody. Okay. So the neat thing about this game is that all of these things happen, and your money happens without a supply and demand chart or some kind of really mathy thing. You can keep track of it in your head and in your cards. If you ever get enough money that you can trade in 4 quarters for $1, you can get a new special action card. You use these, but you still get the money from them. Even after you've used them, they still stay with you. You play 7 rounds, and the player with the most money at the end of the game is the winner. So Plays really simply. Some of the rule breaker cards, this one here, you can destroy 10 cents worth of signs with the water balloon. You've got this candy bars. You're switching out other players' unsold cups. You can sell them at your stand if you have enough demand. There's lots of different rule breaker cards, and each of them have individual artwork. The guy, Val Bagley, who produced this as a professional illustrator, he's done a really good job with the art, made it really kind of child feeling, because I wanted to recreate the feeling of early 80s nostalgia that I feel about lemonade stands, back when you could sell lemonade without a permit. So, and that's pretty much the game.
Great. So this is available now, and I'm sorry, is it available just in your local game store or through distributors?
Yeah, as of this week, we're shipping it to distributors and to any game stores that pre-ordered it from us. But it'll be available nationwide. In fact, worldwide. We've got a few other places internationally that are carrying it. So, yeah, it'll be available everywhere. The retail price is $15, so it's a nice, easy, low price point game. It's really, I think it's the cheapest economic game you're going to find. So, which is good. Most people in economics are cheap.
So, was this a Kickstarter project as well?
Yes,
I know some. Okay,
it was.
I know that's obviously been working well for Mayday. It seems like a lot of them have been successful thus far. Do you have future plans to continue to use Kickstarter?
Yeah, we do. We've got two other projects. We've got a reprint of a really popular game. We haven't signed the final deal, but it involves some pretty complicated manufacturing. It'll be a bit of a step up for us, and that'll be in Kickstarter in the next couple months. And we also are doing a couple other smaller games as well. So I think we've done about 6 Kickstarters in the last 8 months. We'll probably continue about that pace for the foreseeable future. With Kickstarter support, we've been able to produce a lot more games a lot more quickly than we could have otherwise. It's definitely helped us with games like Way Kick. We just never could have afforded to bring a game that large into the U.S. market otherwise. And so we'll continue to look for opportunities to use that to bring in games that probably wouldn't get to market, or at least not as quickly without it. So it's been really phenomenal for us.
Great. Just one question. I know that Mayday's been around for a while. Do you have any plans to bring any of your existing titles or possibly future titles to digital platforms?
Yeah, we're actually working on 2 titles right now, bringing them to the Apple platform and also to the Android for one of them. We're just waiting for a final word from our partners that it's okay to announce what games they are, and we're really close on a few of them though. I love playing games on my son's iPad. I don't have one, but he has one. So my 11-year-old's iPad is really great for us, but we'll definitely consider doing that for future. We looked at doing a Crokinole one, but there are already a couple of others out there, so we didn't feel like we need to reinvent that. But we'll definitely continue to do that. We are continuing to look at our existing lines about reprinting. I know Haygoth is out of print. We may redo that at some point. We did also let me grab this.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Get Bit. We just redid that. Maybe you can see a picture of it. It's I'll hold it up here. We did a repackage of it so you can see the robot and the shark there at the bottom. You can see it inside. Makes it easier for people to grasp what the concept of the game is. So
great. Well, it looks like things are going really well, and we hope to see hopefully more things to talk about at Gen Con for sure. Because we'll be there and we'll seek you out for sure.
Yeah,
so.
we'll plan on having another release or 2 for Gen Con hopefully, and several more for Essen as well. So we appreciate the support, and glad that everyone seems to enjoy the games we've been making.
Definitely. Well, thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great convention.
Okay, great. Thank
hope
you very
things
much.
pick up.
Appreciate it. Thanks.